Hi, everyone. Let me ask you a question. Are you right now living the life that you truly crafted, the life that you truly desired? Are you experiencing life to the full until it overflows? Are you living that life that you can truly say, if nothing else changed, I'm good. I'm good with where I'm at in life. Well, let me tell you, if you say yes to this, man, God, thank God for you. Thank God for you living that life that you truly, truly desire. But if you're like me or you're like a lot of other people, we see that there could be something more added to our life. Or we see that we should have turned right a little bit versus going left and maybe even drifted through life a little bit, not living life under our own terms, but rather we were living life based on what we thought others wanted us to do. Maybe our parents chose a career for us. Maybe we were chasing money, which we know is never a good idea. But now you find yourself and you're maybe older, you're in your 40s, you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s. And you say, man, I thank God for life, but this is truly not what I envisioned my life to look like. I can say so many people wish they could do a rewrite. They wish they could go back and change something in their life to make their present life even better. But guys, I got some bad news for you. I also have some good news for you. You can't go back and change the past. That's my bad news. You can't go back and change the past. You can't go back and undo the decisions that you've already made in life. But do you guys want to know the good news? Is you can start crafting your best life right now. You can start crafting the life that you want to live right now, and it's up to you. But you have to do some strategic things to make sure that you start seeing that life. Some things that you may not want to do, but if you truly want to live a driven life, a life that's full of excitement, a life that you can just be, can't wait to get up in the morning to go live that life. Today is the day that you need to draw the line in the sand and say that I am going to craft my life. God gave me this life. It's the only one that I'm going to ever have. And it's up to me to go out and do what it is that I want to do, to have the life that I want to live. Now, I know it might sound like overwhelming, like, Andre, how can I do this? I'm only this. I may need to go. And I'm going to tell you, you have to stop making excuses. If that life is a life that you truly want, you have to say enough is enough, man. I've lived my life based on everybody else's terms. I've raised my children and I've done these different things to help them. I worked a job that I hated. And now I don't want to just sit back and just let retirement hit me or just cruise through until the end. Now I want to have a life. You might be in your 40s and you say, I still got a lot of life left in me. I want to go out and maximize this life. You might be in your 50s, 60s, 70s and say, I still have vigor. I still have dreams. I still have inside of me, something that I want to achieve in my life. And friends, I got to tell you, I don't care how old you are. You still got time. But like I said before, you got to be older in life. You got to be more strategic in getting those things. But the first thing is that you have to commit to say, no matter what, man, I'm going to have this life. I'm going to have the life that I truly desire. I don't care what my coworkers say. I don't care what my church members say. I don't care what my family, my friends, mama and them, all that. I don't care what nobody says. This has got to be for me. Guys, let me share a personal story with you, and then I'll get down to telling you guys how we can craft this life that we truly want to live. I was in the past, I spent a lot of time at work, of course, trying to take care of the family. But I also spent a lot of time giving of my time, volunteering here at this organization, volunteering at that organization, helping this person. If someone needed help, I would be Johnny on the spot, going to help them. I had several friends that were into politics, and I was helping them with their campaigns and doing different things. And everybody was always calling Andre, 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 Andre. And then I woke up and I said to myself, this has to end. And I decided, and I've shared with a lot of people this story. And the story is, for the next decade, it's all about Andre. It's all about me doing things that's going to help me craft and have the life that I want, not only now, but the life that I want to have in the future. You know, it may seem like a selfish thing to say, but I've spent my life giving. I spent my life doing what others thought was the proper thing for me to do. But I had to decide to say, you know what, I choose Andre right now. That doesn't mean I'm going to go away from my responsibilities. That doesn't mean I'm going to not take care of my family. No, it doesn't mean that. But when my time, my extra time, my spare time, even my created time, I'm going after my dreams. I'm going after my desires. I'm going to craft the life that I want to live. No longer am I going to drift through life and just let life happen. And guys, I got to tell you a side note on this. Drifting through life is the exact thing that Satan uses to keep us from being successful. Satan uses a drifter in the drifting in life to bring you down. He uses that I don't want to make decisions, or whatever comes my way, or you look up and 10 years has gone by and you've not done anything. Drifting is the number one way to not have the life that you want to have. And I got to tell you this, the reason I know is, but one reason is because I've drifted through a lot of it myself. And then the book, Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, man, it is an eye-opener. Get that book. This is where I have gotten the idea of becoming driven from. You see, a driven person takes a hold of his life and he crafts his life and he goes after his or her life, and they create great things in life because they're driven to go after success. So guys, that was my life. I was just drifting, going through life. Whatever came my way, I was solving other people's problems, but not solving my own problems, right? But now I decided I had to tell some of my friends, no, my answer for the next 10 years, the answer is no. The answer is absolutely not. I can't do it. I can't commit those days to you. I can't commit that to you because I got to be, you know, Jesus always said he had to be about his Father's business. And I got to say, I have to be about my Father's business, which is the business of making sure Andre is maximizing his gifts, talents, and the dreams that he has in his life. And maybe you have to say the same thing. Maybe your story is different than mine. But what I'm saying is, if you want to craft the new you want to craft the new that you want for the rest of your life, starts right now. Starts today. Don't let anybody stop you. You can do this. So I got my notes here. I want to go through this, guys, and I want to just let you know there is a way, but like I said, it's a strategic way that you have to go through to make sure that you're going to achieve that life that you want. So the first thing is you have to challenge the lies that you believe. What lie do you believe right now that's holding you back? Share with me in the comments. What has stopped you from achieving greatness in your life so far? Is it that you believe that, oh, I got to go back to school to do this? Or I got to have so much money to start this business? Or I need a business partner? Or I need a loan to start this business? Or I got to have this, I got to have that. I got to have the best of the best. Or who am I? You know, what lie are you believing? Are you believing that you're not enough? That imposter syndrome sinking in? What fear is Satan putting in your brain? What fear is he putting in here to stop you from moving? That is the life of a drifter, believing the lies that Satan brings to your mind, and it eventually gets into your heart, and it makes you stop dead in your tracks because you say, I can't figure it out. I can't think of how I can do this. Who am I? Who's going to listen to me? Guys, I got to tell you, those are lies. Those are lies designed to keep you down. Those are lies that are designed to keep you from achieving greatness. And I'm telling you right now, and I'm telling you right now today, that whatever it is that you need, look around. You can make do with what you already have. If you want to be a coach, man, just push the record on the camera and get out and start speaking to people. If you want, get you some business cards and start telling people, I specialize in helping people with you fill in the blank. Now, if you're going to have a specialized skill like being an attorney or a doctor, of course you got to go back to school. Who says that at 40 you're too old? Who told you that lie? Who told you that at 40 you couldn't go back to med school? Who told you at 50 that you couldn't go to law school? Who told you that? Find out who it is and tell them they're a liar, right? Even if you got to look in the mirror and tell yourself you are a liar for lying, because you lying to yourself. You're making excuses for not being great. But I got to tell you guys something. Man, ain't nothing like breaking through a lie. Nothing in this world like breaking through a lie. And I'm telling you guys right now that you have the ability to break through any lie that either been coming into you or that you've been telling yourself. So let's go on to step number 2. Create a vision. We all know the scripture that the people perish from a lack of vision. And I got to tell you, if you don't have a vision for what your life is going to look like, you'll never know when you get there. You'll never know when you're drifting away from that life because you don't know what it looks like, right? If you want to have a life where you're making $20,000 a month, you live in this neighborhood, you drive this vehicle, your kids, you have plenty more to put in store. You have the things in life that you desire, that you're a loving person, you're a caring person, you're a philanthropist. You have all these things in life. You want to give this much to your local church. You want to give this much money to organizations that you trust and love. What is that? Create that vision. Write that vision down. Write that vision down so you'll see yourself when you start getting closer and closer and closer to that vision. That's when you know that you're succeeding. But if you don't write it down and you don't have a vision for it, you never know where you're going. You don't know if you're 2 miles away from the goal or you're an inch away from the goal. But if you write it down, and sometimes you got to say, my vision always changes. At first, I thought it was this. Now I'm crafting it and it's getting closer. I've already surpassed that. Now I want to go to the next level. It's a living document that you always have a vision out in front of you. You always have something that you're working to achieve. Never, ever let it be one static point. You reach that point and then just give up, right? No, but you're going to keep on going after it. You got to keep on going after these things, man. And when you see yourself going down, realign, bring it back out, look at the vision, and keep on going. Okay? And we kind of talked about this now, but step number 3 is take small but consistent steps. So many people, myself included, I believe that God won't tell me A through Z because in my smart mind here, I'll craft the way to get from A to Z in a day, right? I'll craft out how I can, it's not going to take me 2 years to do. This is not going to take me 10 years to achieve. I can get there. I know what you're doing now, God. I know what you're trying to move around, but you got to understand that God is more interested in who you're becoming through the journey versus how much he's concerned with the destination. He's trying to craft something inside of you to make you that better person and make you slow down and learn lessons as you go because he knows that you need to be equipped to where you're going versus just being there and not equipped. Can you imagine that you were on a long journey and you're going to go on this journey? You're going to be on a island, right? You're going to be on this island but you never stop to pick up food. You never stop to pick up water. You never stop to pick up extra clothes. You never stop to pick up essentials, fire making kits, things of that nature. But you went from A to Z. You went from where you are now to that island. But you're not prepared to be on that island, right? You're going to get there and you're going to starve to death. Or you're going to be dehydrated. You're not going to have the skills to make a place to sleep. You're not going to be able to make fire. But if you follow that step-to-step plan, those small, they sometimes seem insignificant, but they're preparing you for where you're going to end up. So don't stop moving. Keep on going. Keep on getting prepared. Before you know it, you'll be at A, then you'll be at B, then at C, then you go on, and you're at M, and then you're at X, and then you're all the way at the end. You made it to the island, but you're prepared. You're prepared to be where you want to be. But it takes you never giving up, being consistent, waking up every morning with your dream in your head, waking up every morning with that desire to just be more than you are right now, not letting your past dictate, not letting mama them dictate, not letting the things of this world hold you back. But you're consistently saying, yeah, I got a headache today, but I got something I got to do. I got to be about my business. I got to be about my Father's business. I got to be about whoever you are. You fill in the blank. This goal is so big that it drives you when you can't wait to get home, to unload, get all your tasks done, and get to writing that book, creating that course, building that membership site, practicing your painting, and you dream about it. And you're writing those dreams, and you're consistent about taking forward massive action. But more importantly, you're talking about taking those small but insignificant steps that lead you to that massive action. Am I making sense here? Let me know. Let me know if I'm making sense. What is it that you're doing? What is it that you're going to go after in life? Is it worth you taking the time to craft it before you get ready to execute it? And when you get to that end point, how does it look? What are you trying to achieve? Tell me in the comments. How does it look? How does that dream that you have look? I got to tell you, I have a dream, man, and it's a beautiful dream. I'm being selfish, if you want to call it that, for this decade of my life. But my God, part of my dream is so many people are going to reap the benefits of me pulling away, saying no, and consistently, deliberately going after that dream. That dream, again, doesn't say that I'm just consuming all these things, because how many of us know that you can achieve every financial thing in life? You can build material wealth, material things up, but it still is going to be hollow if you're not actually helping other people. You're not loving God. You're not serving people. Now, don't get me wrong now. I'm not one of those people that don't think you need to have things. I believe you're supposed to have things. I think if you don't have desires that's in your heart, you need to go back and start over again, because God made you for greatness. He made you to desire great things. You know, everybody's talking about Jesus, and we're not going to get into that conversation, but the soldiers actually cast lots for the man's clothes. Jesus wasn't wearing no rags, man. So look, that's a conversation for some another time. But I want to make sure that you're crafting your life, that you're doing the things that you need to do to say, enough is enough. I'm starting over, and I'm going to get that life. I'm going to have that life. Okay? So let's go over them one more time real quick. Number one, you need to challenge the lies that's in your heart that you have started to believe. Challenge them, delete them, never believe them again. Whatever source they're coming from, make sure that source is either cut off or silenced. Let's go number two, create a vision for your future. You see it, man, you can have it. If you see it, you can believe for it. If you see it in your mind because you've written it out, You have a goal that you can reach out every day to try to touch. And number three is you're going to take small, consistent, but powerful, reaffirming steps to get to your goal. Yeah, you think we can do that? I think if you commit to those three things, you be on your way to drawing that line in the sand and saying, every day I renew myself to this. I'm going to achieve this. I may have wasted 30. And I'm not going to say you wasted, because everything that you've done has come for a reason to get you prepared to where you are right now, so you can be prepared to live the life that you deserve. All right. So again, let's write down those homework. You know, you guys always get homework from me. Write down those biggest limiting beliefs. Write down the things that are holding you back, those lies that just seem like a stronghold. Write them down, and then replace them with a scripture or an affirmation or both that says the opposite of what that limiting belief is. And when you develop that alternative thought, that alternative scripture, that alternative affirmation, say it all day. Whenever it comes to you, hey, you don't have any money and you can't do this because of that. Write the scripture down that says that you have enough to take care of all your needs. When it says that you're too old, find something or an inspiring story that tells you about people that started businesses or recreated their life in their 60s or 70s, 50s. You know, if you're watching this and you're 20, you might say 30s old. So whatever that age that you're in right now, make sure you're writing those limiting beliefs, those fears, those things down, and then go back and find something that says the opposite of that and start believing that versus that lie. Again, we need to start visualizing yourself being in a space that you need to be in. Visualize it every day. Wake up in the morning with it in your heart. Wake up in the morning and start going over it again. Then start taking those small steps, and then write a story that aligns yourself with that new story that you have in life. So guys, I tell you, you are ready for this task. You can have the life that you desire. You can become who you want to become. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how young you are. It doesn't matter about anything that you seem to say stands in your way. You are meant for greatness. You are meant to be bigger than the thing that you're facing. Go out and make this life your best life. Until next time, guys, stay blessed and stay driven.